Greetings to all, and welcome to the virtual HBCU College Fair hosted by Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated Epsilon Theta Omega Chapter. I am Carlicia Roberts, Vice President and Program Chairman of Epsilon Theta Omega. Alpha Kappa Alpha is committed to its focus on education with an emphasis on historically Black colleges and universities, HBCUs. We are excited to bring 8 of our finest historically Black colleges and universities to your computers, tablets, phones, or whatever device you are streaming from. Today, we have the pleasure of hearing from representatives of Texas Southern University, Wiley College, Spelman College, Florida A&M University, Southern University, Alcorn State University, Prairie View A&M University, and Xavier University of Louisiana. COVID could not stop us from getting our students the information needed. We hope that the information presented today will assist you as you prepare for your next endeavor. Thank you for joining us this afternoon, and again, welcome. First, we will have the illustrious Texas Southern University. TSU is located in Houston, Texas, and some of their notable alumni include former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan, Michael Strahan, and Yolanda Adams. Without further ado, Texas Southern University.
Good morning and good afternoon. My name is Daquan Williams. I am the representative from Texas Southern University. Today, I wanted to give you guys some great information about our university, as well as giving you guys the opportunity to ask any questions that you may need about our institution, where we're located, and any other things of that matter. So thank you again for having me, and I hope to hear from you guys. Also, if you guys have any other questions for me, just please let me know. I'm here to help you guys. So thank you again. I look forward to speaking to you guys furthermore about our university. Right, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen to you guys. I'm going to give you guys a quick presentation of our school. So just give me 1 second while I get that presentation put on board for you guys. And then from there, we'll start. Okay, guys, can you guys see my screen? All right, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so today we're going to talk about Texas Southern University. First and foremost, again, thank you for attending this session. For starters, Give me 1 second. The agenda for today, we're going to do our introduction. Like I said, my name is Daquan Williams. I'm an educational planner here at Texas Southern University. I'm also a alumni and a master's alumni as well. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys a quick video of our university. I'm going to give you information about our university, and then afterwards we'll have Q&A, okay? All right, so for starters, I'm going to show the video. If you guys need any, if you can't hear, I'll be able to work on the audio for you guys, but I'm going to start it right now.
To a HBCU, and so I was looking for a HBCU in the Houston area, and you have to go to TSU, so I picked TSU. I really thrive being surrounded by people who I know who are really pushing me to push myself, but at the same time, who understand.
I'm a student of the Jesse H. Jones School of Business, and it was really my advisors that pushed me to kind of figure out what direction I wanted to go in. It allowed me to feel comfortable and confident in my abilities because I had those advisors who really pushed me and said, hey, if this is what you want, this is what you have to do.
If you really want to be part of an institution that is just rich in its traditions and history and culture and student life and academic success that we've had, this is the institution for you.
The fact that Texas Southern is downtown Houston is a huge draw. Our students are better because of where we're situated in the city that we're in. And there's just so many different industries here that students can attach themselves to through internships and through connections that we have with partners in the city. It provides a backdrop for students to really understand and compete on a high level.
I'm a third-year law student here at Thurgood Marshall School of Law. Thurgood Marshall definitely is one of the most diverse law schools in the nation. Being in that environment that's so culturally diverse definitely adds to the learning experience.
I'm from Oakland, California. In deciding to go to college, I really wanted to go somewhere where I'd be out of my comfort zone and I'd be in a different environment because you can't grow being comfortable.
I'm studying environmental toxicology. My dissertation is over the presence of inorganic metals in our dust that we inhale and consume. When it came to selecting a school, I chose TSU off the bat. It's literally the campus that is nearest to my heart. It's kind of a family school. My dad came here. I have two uncles that are doctors, came through the biology department.
The first class was a class of at least 20. It was more of a family feel than anything. The professor took the time out to get to know who we were. And the next time that we came to class, she knew our name, where we were from, and had a nickname for us. TSU is that school where you can feel at home.
I had the opportunity to intern with United States Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Also, I interned with Senator Boris Miles. I served as a criminal justice policy analyst. I was actually able to draft and help write legislation, lobby legislation, and convince other state senators to sign on to our legislation.
I really have been sitting in class with some amazing people. I can't wait to see the product of them becoming a TSU alumni.
When I graduate, I'll be working with ConocoPhillips. Forbes ranked them 115 in the top Fortune 500 companies. So working with the TSU Career Services, I was able to get that opportunity. When I go to ConocoPhillips, I'm representing way more than myself. I'm representing TSU. I'm representing the students, my family. All the resources I get, all the exposure I get, I'm bringing it back to TSU.
I'm a second-year pharmacy student, and I serve as the 70th Miss Texas Southern University. We have an amazing simulation center here. The simulation center composes of 12 doctor's offices. They wanted us, the clinical laboratory science, the health administration majors, to have a space where we can actually simulate what it's like to work on a team of healthcare professionals. We use a simulation center for all our pharmacy practice class. So you have that real life experience so that when you get out into the world, Texas Southern University health students have done this before. This HBCU will mold you. It will give you the tools, the network connections to make history, to go out and build legacies that are so much bigger than you. I love my institution, and I have loved serving as your 70th Miss Texas Southern University.
I choose TSU.
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 We choose TSU.
Hey man,
Say man, I choose TSU.
in fact, I would go no place other than Texas Southern University, which has as its motto, excellence in achievement.
You can't do it like it. You can't do it like it. You can't do it like it. You can't do it like it.
All right, guys, did you guys enjoy the video? All right, well, to continue on our presentation, Texas Southern is the second largest HBCU in the nation. At our university, we do have up to 10,000 students and counting at our university. So what makes it better is the fact that we are able to have students come from different demographics as well as different countries and different ethnics that come to our university. For starters, our university is ranked #1 in Texas in degrees awarded to African Americans in accounting, marketing, law, health and medical administrative services, communication, journalism, and related fields in radio and television, as well as management and transportation systems. Texas rankings were #3 for bachelor's degrees, 5 for master's degrees, 2 for doctoral, and 1 for doctoral professional. 32 for bachelor's degrees nationally, 45 in master's degrees, 46 in doctoral research, and 5 in professional. All right. So why choose TSU? We have 4 reasons why. For one, various degree programs offered, our location, our support services, and our campus life. Okay. We do offer outreach services, which is my department that I work for. We're really big on giving the students the opportunity to experience Texas Southern. So what we'll do is we'll be able to go to the college fairs, virtual fairs, and our job is to recruit those students to come to our university. So first and foremost, our campus life. We're a Division I athletics university. Southern, we're in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Being Division I, we have sports for women and for men. Starters, we have basketball, football, baseball for men. For women, we have volleyball, baseball, softball. Our well-renowned Ocean of Soul band, which is very, very well known around the world. We recently had performed for the Macy's Day Parade a few years back. Our Greek life on our campus, we have the Divine Nine as well as other sororities or fraternities for other students who want to be involved. We also have over 100, this actually changed, we have over 100 campus organizations for students who wants to be involved at our university as well as we give the opportunity for students to create their own orgs as well. We do have our well-renowned debate team, Mr. Thomas F. Freeman. He just recently passed away earlier this summer. God rest his soul. He's the founder of our debate team. If you guys have gotten the opportunity to watch The Great Debaters, the movie is really based on our university, Texas Southern University. Now, at our school, we're really big on using social media to be able to interact with our students. So due to COVID, we were able to use our social media platforms more to be able to interact with our students. So for example, for our recruitment, we do have a recruitment page, campus orgs. We have TXU campus _ campus orgs, as well as our marching band, student government, debate team, and Royal Court. We do offer those services as well for students who wants to get involved. Now, here comes the good stuff. For high school students, you have to complete an online application at applytexas.org with a 2.5 GPA and a 900 on your SAT or a 17 on your ACT, depending on which one that students feel comfortable with. If you're in the top 10% of your graduating class, you're guaranteed admissions, as well as on the applytexas.org app or the website. You can use either or. We have a $42 application fee or approved fee waiver for you guys who are interested. Also, for transfer students, you can complete an online application at applytexas.org. You'll need a minimum GPA of a 2.0 with at least 15 transferable credit hours. Also, you can pay that $42 application fee online and also request a fee waiver. And also, we'll need those transcripts for any previous colleges or schools that you previously went to before you can come to Texas. Now, due to COVID-19, we understand that a lot of students were not able to take their SAT or ACT testing. So what we've done was, if you were in the top 25% of your class with at least a 3.0 GPA, we will help you with admissions. As well as if you got denied prior to that due to the fact that you didn't test, we also have our appeals process for the students who haven't had an opportunity to apply again. Also, you still can apply online at applytexas.org. Now, at our university, our academic colleges, we have over 10 academic colleges on our campus. For example, we have the Jesse H. Jones School of Business, the College of Science, Engineering, and Technology. We also have the Barbara Joy Michelini School of Public Affairs, as well as our College of Education, to name a few. So at our university, we have very broad majors for students who are able to get a great education at the same time, work for their careers, and further their opportunities as well. So popular majors at Texas Southern University. We offer biology, business management, accounting and marketing, pre-pharmacy, psychology, administration of justice, criminal justice for people who don't know, health, human performance, kinesiology, and sports management. Also at our university, we do have some unique majors for students who may want to venture off in different areas. For example, we have aviation science and technology for people who are wanting to fly airplanes or want to be air pilots. We have that, as well as entertainment and recording industry management for people who are interested in the music field. We have maritime transportation and security, human performance, and clinical laboratory science. Also, we offer online degrees in areas such as administration of justice, emergency management, general studies, and healthcare administration for undergrad. And for graduate, we offer masters in English, masters in education. We also have masters in public administration and business administration and administration of justice, okay? Below, we also have further information for students who want to get involved in our online degrees. If you have any other questions afterwards, I can give you the information as well. Also, we have a QR code on the top right for students who want to get more information as well. Also, financial aid and scholarships. So FAFSA is FAFSA.org for the FAFSA website. FAFSA opens up October 1st each year. So with students, we urge them to please apply early. The earlier, the better. TSU, we do have a priority deadline for students that are coming in. That will be March 1st of 2021. So it's very important that you guys know that date. As well as you can review your student aid report, as well as follow up with TSU Office of Student Financial Assistance if you have any further questions. The types of financial aid we offer at our university, we offer grants, scholarships, loans, work study, and waivers and exemptions, all right? So the main thing we try to get our students to understand is there is a lot of free money available. The object is make sure those grades are right, and at the same time, apply for those scholarships and work study. And if you have any opportunities for waivers or exemptions, please apply for those as well. Now, at the university scholarships we offer, we have a Regent Scholarship, Presidential Scholarship, Genesis 1 and 2, LSAP, and transfer scholarships. So at our university, we're really big on getting those maximum awards out for the students who have the correct credentials to get that money. So as you guys can see, each scholarship has its own requirements. For example, Regent Scholarship, you need a 375 coming into school. Maximum award is $14,000. If you go down LSAP 3.0, if you have an ACT score of a 21 or an SAT score of a 1200, you're eligible for that LSAP. As well as for our transfer students, we try to help the transfer students out as well. 3.0, if you have 30 transferable hours with at least that much, you're able to get $6,000 worth of aid. So the object is at our school, we do offer scholarships, but we urge students to apply for outside scholarships as well. If you have a job, your family members, churches, they offer those different types of scholarships. We urge students to really get involved and be able to get that money to help for school. Now, we also have a scholarships website. It's called tsu.edu/scholarships. But for you to be able to apply for our scholarships, you must be admitted at our university and submit your FAFSA to be reviewed for a scholarship award. So it's very important that people understand, for you to get money from our school, you must be able to be fully admitted and submit your FAFSA for us to be able to get you that money, okay? Now we also have residential life and housing. Currently updated, we were taking very good precautions for the COVID-19 pandemic. So what we were doing with our university, we had it where it was appointment only. So you had to sign up for the appointments on our online website, at our housing website. From there, you were able to move in, but you were only allowed to have a certain amount of guests to help you out. At our school, we're really big on safety. So we've had face masks, temperature checks everywhere you went. We also had it to where we made it smaller just for the fact that no one can really get in contact with a lot of people due to the COVID-19. All right. Now here we do have our housing application. So for you to apply for housing at our university, you go to tsu.edu/housing. You will have a $200 non-refundable administration fee. We also require meningitis shots as well for you to be able to live on our campus. If you need any help with that, you can go to your healthcare provider. Once you get that shot, all we will need is for you to submit it to our tsumedicaidconnect.com. Also below, we have the number 713-313-7206. That is our housing department. So if you have any questions or concerns, you're more than welcome to reach out to them as well. Also, we have our student academic support services. At our university, we're really big on helping out our students with getting the opportunity to get into school, stay in school, and graduate in a timely manner. So at our university, we actually have a freshman seminar that we offer for all freshmen, and we urge them to actually take the course. How it works is 4 main things they need to know: getting familiar with college, enhancing their academic skills, career development, and register for courses. So how that works is all of those 4 pillars. What we try to do is we try to help those freshman students throughout their entire process at Texas Southern University. So we get them acclimated to how college works. If they need help with academic skills such as tutorials, or if they need extra help, we do offer those services. Now, if you're trying to get a job at our school, we do have our career services department that helps out with students who want to get jobs in their fields, okay? And also registering for courses. We helped out with we help them with finding their courses, their major, as well as them and their advisors having a really great relationship so they can help them out in the long haul, okay? Now, to get in contact with us, we have our emails, recruitment@tsu.edu, as well as admissions@tsu.edu. And you also can follow us at our three major social media websites: Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. All right, and below is TSU Recruitment for all 3. I appreciate you guys for this opportunity to showcase Texas Southern University. Go Tigers! And now we have Q&A.
Okay, thank you for that presentation. So we do have one question in our chat from Nadra Turner. She's asking, are students allowed to get the President's Scholarship and another scholarship on the list? Examples, the SAT, ACT score-based scholarship.
All right, so how it works at our university, if you are able to have the necessary requirements for the scholarships, we tell students to apply for everything. Reason being, we've had students who had the presidential scholarship and the Regent scholarship at the same exact time. So how it works is, the better your grades, the higher the chances that you are able to get those scholarships. So what I tell students all the time is, I'm able to give you guys my, well, who was the student who asked, one more time so I can give them the correct answer? What was the name of the student?
question was submitted by an educator who's on, and her name is Nadria Turner. But if you just send the answer
Nadria Turner.
to either Maya Turner or Carlicia Roberts, we will be sure to relay that to her.
Okay, thank you. Just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure. So for starters, like I said, apply for it. If you have the necessary requirements, you are eligible to apply for any scholarship that we have to offer. We can't turn you down because you have, you already got a scholarship. How it works is scholarships are meant for students who have the necessary requirements, and if we have the money available, we can give you that money.
Okay, so we want to thank you, Mr. Williams, for your time and being with us here today at our virtual HBCU College Fair. You gave a lot of great information, and I'm sure our students and educators and parents alike will be able to take that and make those decisions that they need to in terms of what college and university their student will like to attend in the future.
Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Okay, so we are going to move on to our next school. So we will be moving to Xavier University of Louisiana. Xavier University is a private HBCU located in New Orleans, Louisiana. Despite their small size, Xavier is actually nationally recognized as being the leader of STEM and health science related fields. And they produce more African-American students who graduate from medical school each year than any other university in the United States. So with that being said, let's give a virtual round of applause to our representatives for Xavier University in Louisiana.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you all?
Excellent. Good morning. I am Dr. Sonsari O'Rourke Allen, and I am a dentist here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And my counterpart
is Erica Morgan Taylor. I am in Decula, Georgia. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri, and I was a business major at Xavier.
Excellent, excellent. As you may have figured, I was a chemistry pre-professional major, and we welcome you to this particular segment of your health fair, well, your college fair rather. And we like to motivate, educate, and elevate. Xavier University has been around since 1925. We will be getting ready to celebrate our centennial in 5 years. And so that is a very exciting thing in our college's history, and we are really looking forward to it. Some of the things that really make us stand out, in my opinion, and most people, I believe, is that we are the only historically Black and Catholic university in the nation. And we really take pride in that. Religion is a pivotal point in our education there. Everyone does take theology. However, you would rest assured that most people actually are not Catholic that go there. So there's definitely room for everyone. Just wanted to go over a few things with you. What also really sets us apart and what really made me go to Xavier is that it was ranked at the time, and is still ranked #1 in the United States for placing African Americans into med school. And of course, like I said, I wanted to be a dentist, but I knew that that stood for dentist, pharmacist, really most of the health professions. We were really ranked very high in that regard. As you can see, most of the graduates end up in the top 20% of the income bracket. No, that doesn't mean just because we graduate a lot of doctors, that a lot of the doctors are the ones in that bracket. Believe me, there are some attorneys in Baton Rouge that went
business folks too.
business majors. There are a lot of us doing a lot of different things. So please, if you're not interested in the sciences, we have some other things for you. Trust me. And definitely one of the best colleges for jobs in our fair city, or my state, I should say, of Louisiana. Next slide, please. Thank you, ma'am. I don't know, we just wanted to kind of go over a few of some of our alumni that are doing great things. I don't know if you all saw these three gentlemen on the Steve Harvey show, and they also have been on the Today Show, but they wrote a really good book, The Pulse of Perseverance. And Dr. Madhair lives here in Baton Rouge. And these are just a few of our alumni that are doing great things. Alexis Herman is an alumni of Xavier. And then I like to think I do a little bit here and there, and so do some of us other regular people who just have regular jobs, but we really try to make a difference in the communities in which we live. Next slide, please, ma'am. Let's see what we have here. If you want to take a look, these are some of our academic programs. We were very fortunate, as you can see, we have 2 new majors for the 2020 school year, medical laboratory science, as well as performance studies. And we've continued to expand upon this list since I left Xavier. The physician assistant program is new and doing really well, as well as we have special education, we have sociology, we have really a lot of, as you can see, music, particularly music. Jazz is a big major in our area, and particularly since it's such a large, I would say New Orleans is known so much for jazz, so it really is a very popular major. We have a student teacher ratio of 14-1. Sometimes that varies to 15-1, but regardless, it's very small. I often tell the story. My very first day of college, the professor, which I had never met a day in my life, looked me dead in my face and said, "Sorority, why don't you come down here and work this problem?" I will never forget that, but he had studied the applications and he knew the students. And so that is the type of atmosphere that presents itself at Xavier. And you're definitely not a number. You are quite known. So
sure.
Yes, ma'am. Next slide. All righty. So we believe, and we have always tried, they have always tried to keep the price of Xavier affordable. That has always been in the forefront of the thought process there at Xavier. And we are selected and been selected as the best buy for academics and affordability. This particular thing says that our price is $36,780. I think I saw another one now, maybe $37,780. Maybe it went up a dollar or two, but that includes room and board and cost of tuition. And right now, during COVID times, everyone stays in a single room. However, they are only charged the price of a double. So we're doing all we can to try to keep our students safe, and as we all deal with this pandemic. As you see, there's some other things that are really notable. We've been ranked as one of the top HBCUs in the college census of the 2019 report on the best HBCUs. And that's really important to us. We rank highly, always usually #1 with our biology and chemistry programs, as I said before. But we really try to focus on being well-rounded and to accommodate all students with their needs. As I told you earlier, only 19% of the students are Catholic. 81% are non-Catholic. So don't let that be a hindrance to you, because it really, it isn't. 71.6% of our students are African American. And you might think, oh, wow, that's somewhat low, but you have to remember we do house graduate programs. And many times graduate programs lend themselves to all races that realize the value of Xavier education. And so, we also have a pharmacy school. So there are only 2 pharmacy schools in the state of Louisiana. So you're definitely going to have somewhat of more diversity in those particular areas. Okay, and you can see we have 40 states that are represented. Only 48.4 of the students come from Louisiana. So you really have an opportunity to meet a lot of different students from all over, and really broaden your horizon. Next thing. So this is something that is really, athletics has really taken on a new meaning since I left. When I was there, and I'm class of 94. When I was there, basketball was really our main focus. That basketball, we were very good. We were in the NAIA. We often would win the championship, and we had a very good women's team as well as men's team. But now, as you can see, we have baseball, cross country, tennis, track and field, volleyball, as well as competitive cheer and a pep band. So if those are things that you're interested in, particularly if you're a junior, we like for you to definitely get in touch with the department so that they can kind of move forward and kind of guide you in the direction if you're wanting to play collegiate sports. All right. Life outside class is definitely something I could probably relate to. Even though I'm in class a lot, I thoroughly enjoyed New Orleans and all that it had to offer. New Orleans is very culturally rich. It also is, really, in my opinion, New Orleans is the absolute best place in the country to go to college, because they are, offhand that I can think of, about 7 universities. So if there's nothing going on at Xavier this particular day, there's something going on at one of the other colleges. And the colleges are very close. So it's not like you're having to drive 20, 30 minutes. They're fairly close. A lot of arts, if you're interested in the arts, the architecture is phenomenal. Sports, I am a huge New Orleans Saints fan. But we also, of course, have the Pelicans, and then those other different schools also have different sporting events. So you'll find that you definitely don't have a lack of things to do. But also that means that you have to balance your studies accordingly to make time for that. We definitely want you to be a well-rounded person, because that's always critical in your success moving forward. Yes, ma'am. All right. And just know, I know that there were some questions regarding scholarships. Whenever you apply to Xavier, you're automatically considered for merit scholarships. And then after then, you're considered for need-based scholarships. Priority for that is December 1st. So you still have time to get that in. And there's some wonderful scholarships. If you have a 4.0 and you have a 30 on your ACT, you are looking at a full ride. So there are definitely some opportunities there for you. I think you would love it. And I will yield to you, Erica, if there is something. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take up all the time.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll just give some highlights and go back over and kind of extend the scholarship conversation. There's a Board of Trustees scholarship that covers full cost of attendance, $37,780. You have to have a GPA of 4.0, ACT 30, SAT 1400. Presidential scholarship covers tuition and fees, 4.0 as well, ACT 28, SAT 1350. There is also a St. Catherine Drexel Scholarship, which covers valedictorian or salutatorian of a high school graduating class at a Catholic high school that covers tuition at about half the cost. There is Norman C. Francis Scholarship, and he was our former president that paved the way for Xavier to really be what it is. And that scholarship covers tuition and fees at $23,723. And last but not least, the university scholarship at partial. University scholarships range from $4,000 to full tuition. Holistic review process for scholarship awards covers part of the tuition. So just know, and you can apply at zula.edu. So that's all I really wanted you all to know. Are there any questions related to Xavier and the environment? Anything specific?
Hi, yes, we do have one question from Joshua Harris from Memorial High School, and he's asking, if I'm not sure of my major, what is the best way to choose the right college for me?
I think you would look at other aspects of the college. So for example, do you want to go to a small college? Do you want to go to a college that's near your home? I think you start there, and then you can kind of start limiting it. You know, Xavier has about roughly 3,300 students.
Yeah.
So a fairly small, family-friendly environment, but then you have other HBCUs that may have 1,000 people. You know, so if a really small environment is something that you would lean toward, then you might want to consider that. Or a school that maybe you're really, and I'm a huge football fan, but I didn't I didn't have any influence with where I decided to go to school, but maybe it does for you. So there are some HBCUs that have great football programs. So I think you just kind of start looking there, and of course, making sure that they're accredited. And then you just kind of start taking the classes that you may be interested in, of course, your core classes, but then you just kind of you'll start feeling your way. And, you know, if you would like, you could go on some tours. And I think you just have a feeling. It's almost kind of like when I had to go on tours for, not just for college, but because I really didn't go on many, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. But for example, I had to go on a lot of tours for my son for high school. So, and you just kind of got that feeling, and it will come to you, and you will make the right decision for you. And if you don't, it is not a 4-year prison sentence. You don't have to stay. You know, you can transfer. Some people do. We have a 78.6% retention rate. Of course, folks who have higher GPAs usually tend to stay more than others, but it's not for everybody, but no school is. So I think you have to feel that out for yourself and make that decision. Excellent question.
I'll just make one last comment on that. What you might want to also do is do some career assessments to guide you in the correct direction, and look at things that you really like, to kind of feel your way through your major at that point. So I'm just kind of echoing what Sansari said, but really now is the time to kind of assess where you think you might want to be.
Excellent. Great question.
Thank you for that. I think we have time for just one more question that we just received in the chat. What is your current student to teacher ratio?
15 to 1. So very small. You're definitely going to be known. You cannot hide. You need to be prepared for class. You will definitely be seen.
Right. And one thing about our HBCU is they care. The teachers and instructors will hold you accountable for doing what you're there to do. So I'm not saying you can't have fun, because you can have a lot of fun in New Orleans, but just be sure to hold yourself accountable, and we would love to have you as a student here.
Absolutely.
Okay, and just a follow up to that, what is the average class size?
15 students.
15
Right, I would say 15 students, because you only have one teacher usually in a class. We're not large enough where we normally have teaching assistants like you do, teachers assistants like you do at some of the larger schools where the professor may not know you. You just know the TA. So you may have a large class, for example, general chemistry might be a larger lecture class, but I wouldn't say that was more than 70 tops, and that's really probably pushing it. But most of your core classes or your speech class, probably 20 to 25, I would say would be the really just I would say that would be my average.
Yep. That would be about it.
Yes.
Any additional questions, Maya?
Was I just that thorough, or there's no happening? Any other questions? I'm here. No question is a dumb question, I promise.
We can definitely provide some information, some more information, and I think we put some in the Google Drives. So if there are any additional questions, we will make sure you get our emails and you can address those to us.
Absolutely, be happy to.
Okay, well, we want to thank you. Thank you so much for providing such thorough information to our students as well as our educators online.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You all have a great Thanksgiving.
Same to you.
Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you. Next, so we want to again give a virtual round of applause to the representatives of Xavier University of Louisiana. Next, we will have Florida A&M University. Florida A&M University is located in Tallahassee, Florida. As of 2020, U.S. News and World Report college rankings placed the university in Tier 1 amongst national universities, 7th among all historically Black colleges and universities, and 2nd among all public HBCUs. So without further ado, we will now hear from the representative of Florida A&M University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Quiana Levant. I am the coordinator for enrollment management at Florida A&M. And today I am going to presenting to you just a brief overview of some of our offerings and why you should choose FAMU as your institution of study. So I am going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. And can someone let me know if you can see? I just want to make sure that you can see.
Yes, we can.
Okay, awesome, great. So again, I'm going to be talking to you all today about FAMU and let you know that FAMU is where you basically discover what you can become in the world. As already stated, we have been named the highest ranked public HBCU for 2 years in a row, and that was named by U.S. News and World Report 2021 Best Colleges Rankings of Top Public Universities. For any students that are wanting to get a little bit more detailed information, because we are on a time crunch today, you can go ahead and download our FAMU mobile app. You can download it on Apple Store as well as Google Play. Follow us on social media, take a virtual tour, stay connected, and provide your academic profile. This is everything that our app encompasses, but there are so many other things, so please utilize that app. These barcodes here, if you can scan them with your phone, just pull out your phone and pull up your camera. And if you just hover your camera over the barcode, it'll show you our prospect card, Discover You informational flyer, and admissions information as well. So if you just do that, but I'll also put a couple of links in the chat later. So next, I'm going to show you all our hype video. It's a 2.5-minute video just to kind of let you know some of our offerings, kind of give you an idea of what the campus looks like, but also just let you see the environment, the student environment, the passion, the pride that goes behind being a Rattler. So hopefully you all enjoy this hype video. And once I press play, if someone can just give me a thumbs up to let me know that you can hear it. So that was our hype video. Hopefully it gave you a great idea of what we offer at FAMU and what that experience would be like for you. So just a brief history, Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University was founded as the state normal college for colored students on October 3rd, 1887. And a fun fact is the university was actually founded in Jacksonville, Florida, and later relocated to Tallahassee, Florida, which is the capital of Florida. Today, FAMU, as it has become affectionately known, is the premier school among historically Black colleges and universities. Here is just some of our notable alumni, and we say notable alumni because these are some very familiar faces that can be recognized nationally and nationwide. They are notable for this reason, but anyone that enters FAMU is a star in our eyes. Some of the faces that you may recognize: singer-songwriter K. Michelle, rapper Common, Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, and on the end we have billion-dollar producer Will Packer. So this is just to give you an idea of where you can go just from attending FAMU. We are one of America's top colleges, and that was in Forbes magazine. And we offer 14 schools and colleges. We offer 56 bachelor's degrees, 29 master's degrees, 3 professional degrees, and 12 doctoral degrees. Now, I'm actually going to I'm going to give you the name of all of the colleges and schools. I'm not going to go too much in detail just because of the time, and I want to give you enough time to ask me questions. So we do offer the School of Architecture and Engineering Technology, College of Architecture and Food Sciences. We have the College of Education, of course. We have the FAMU and FSU College of Engineering, which means that you can take cross courses at both institutions and still get your degree at FAMU. We have the FAMU College of Law, and what's a great thing about this College of Law is you actually do your 4 years of undergrad at FAMU, and then we transfer you over to your first year as a law student at FAMU College of Law that's in Orlando, Florida. So you start at Tallahassee and then you go on to Orlando, Florida, and who doesn't love Orlando? We have FAMU College of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences, the College of Social Sciences, Arts and Humanities, College of Science and Technology. We have the School of Business Industry, and we do offer an MBA program where you do your first 4 years of undergrad and you transition directly into that master's program for 1 year, and you finish with your master's in 5 years. We have the FAMU School of the Environment, School of Journalism, Graphic and Communication, School of Nursing, School of Allied Health Sciences, and of course, we offer a number of other programs that you may be interested in, one being the Reserve Officers Training Corps. So we do this with the Navy and the Army as well as the Air Force. So if you are a student that's currently in ROTC and you want to continue that pursuit, but you also want to, consider higher education as well as your next step, this would be a great program for you to look into. And of course, with most programs, it has some type of financial assistance with it. So we're just going to get straight into our scholarship opportunities. So to be considered for merit-based scholarships through the University Scholarship Program, you must have an application in by October 30th. And I know that that deadline has passed, but if there are any students online who were able to meet that deadline, that is amazing. So for those of you that don't know what a merit-based scholarship, it's a scholarship that's based off of your academic progress. So it's going to look at your GPA, your test scores, it's going to look at your actual grades. And then there are a number of other qualifications that you may have to meet, but the number one thing is they're going to be looking at your academic progress and things of that nature. But if you have missed the deadline, merit-based scholarships sometimes are yearly and sometimes by semester. So if you miss the first deadline, you can always apply for the next academic year. But if you did miss the deadline, you have other opportunities to gain financial assistance. So we have scholarship opportunities through colleges and schools. So the School of Business and Industry, School of the Environment, School of Architecture and Engineering, FAMU, FSU College of Engineering, College of Education, the School of Journalism, College of Science, Social Sciences, Arts and Humanities, and the College of Architecture and Food Sciences. So these different colleges and schools actually offer their own scholarships. So if you miss that merit-based scholarship, you can always contact these colleges and schools directly, these programs directly, and ask them if they have any more funding that they can assist you with for attending FAMU. As I already stated, we have the Reserves Officer Training Corps with the Army, Navy, and Air Force. We have alumni-based scholarships. So if you have an alumni association in your area, in your city, sometimes if you reach out to them, they do have funding set aside to support other students that are coming from their area. We have the FAMU Foundation scholarships. And luckily, thankfully, we have our out-of-state fee waivers. So FAMU, we are all about setting students up for success. And a part of that is trying to alleviate some of the financial burden for our in-state as well as out-of-state students. So we do offer an out-of-state fee waiver, which is $10K annually. So that is something definitely to have on a priority list of things to look into. Student life, we offer more than 100 active student clubs and organizations. Even though we offer over 100 organizations that you can get involved in, if we don't have something that you're interested in, you have the capability of starting your own club of organization. And a lot of institutions can't say that they do that. So that's very important to know that we will find a space for you, or we will allow you to create a space for yourself on our campus. We do offer sports. We are part of the MEAC Division I conference. We offer all of these sports, and there are scholarship opportunities for these sports as well. If you are interested in playing sports for FAMU and interested in receiving a scholarship, all you need to do is contact your current coach, have your current coach contact our coach for that specific sport, and start that communication line going, and it can go from there. We do have non-traditional as well as traditional housing. So with our non-traditional housing, that's going to be your suite apartment style. So it's a little bit more lavish. You get a little bit more privacy. However, I lived in traditional dorms when I was in undergrad, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I believe that you get the maximum college experience when you live in traditional dorms. So just very much consider that. We have state-of-the-art living learning communities. So these living learning communities cater to you academically, depending on the program that you choose. And these living learning communities also actually host programs and events that cater to your academics, but it makes it fun. So we want to make sure that we're engaging you inside of the classroom, but also outside of the classroom. And we have our newly renovated FAMU Towers. And we also have other student resources. So we have a career center that has 70,000 strong, and we try to make sure that we're pairing you with careers after you leave FAMU. We also have the Center for Disability Access and Resources. So if this is a resource that you need, these are readily available to you free of charge anytime. So please utilize them. We have international programs. We travel to Africa, China, Europe, South Africa, Dominican Republic, and this provides students with opportunities to compete successfully in the current global marketplace. So please take advantage of our international programs and our study abroad trips. So now to the nitty gritty. These are our admissions requirements. So you have to have a minimum of a 3.0 GPA. You have to have your academic units, which is 4 English, 4 math, 3 natural sciences, 3 social sciences, 2 foreign languages. Test scores, SAT or ACT we accept. With the SAT, we need math 26, reading 27, language 27, ACT math 22, reading 22, and English 19. And of course, that 500-word essay that goes along with our application with 2 letters of recommendation. And luckily this year, you are able to self-report your high school transcripts. Now, I want to go double back on the test scores. A lot of states are going test or have gone test optional, pretty much every state. However, Florida has not gone test optional. I want to repeat that Florida has not gone test optional. So this is an admissions requirement. You absolutely have to take the SAT or ACT. Moving forward, we do have a $35 application fee, but we do also offer fee waivers. So if you want to inquire about one of those fee waivers, definitely give us a call in admissions or enrollment management, and we will see what we can do for you. And as you see, some of the priority deadlines, May 1st for fall deadline, November 1st for spring deadline, and March 1st for summer deadline. And here are some contacts if you want to inquire about university housing, financial aid, undergraduate admissions, enrollment management, who I work for, or the scholarship program. If you want to just snap a quick picture of this, so you just have this readily available, it's going to be phone numbers as well as email. And this is my contact information. Again, my name is Quiana Levant, Coordinator of Enrollment Management. You can reach me at quiana.levant@famu.edu. I answer any time of the day, any time of the night. I will get you the answers that you need. I am here to assist you, to aid you in your transition. And we would love to welcome you, and we hope that you join our FAMU League. And if you all have any questions, please ask away.
Yes, we do have one question from Lakeisha Brown, and she's asking, can you tell us more about the FAMU students studying abroad?
Yes. So studying abroad, you can actually start studying abroad as soon as you enter the university. So what you would do is you would actually just go to international programs and see what they're offering, every semester. Sometimes we offer different study abroad trips during each semester. So it could be 2 to 3. And we go to multiple locations. Sometimes they change throughout the year. But to qualify for study abroad, of course, you have to have, there's a grade, a GPA requirement. Sometimes for some trips, you have to write a paper because a lot of students want to be a part of these. So there's a process for pretty much anything, but you do have to fill out an application. Of course, you need to be in good standing financially with the university. You need to be in good standing when it comes to academics, but also any other activities on campus. But as long as you're in good standing with the university and you have the GPA and you have the funding, then you would qualify for any of our study abroad trips. And if you don't know what study abroad is, it's just basically let's say you go to Africa, you'll actually be there taking courses, and those courses will count towards your courses to graduate from FAMU. Any other questions?
Okay, so I want to say thank you for your time today and explaining and giving such great information about FAMU to our students today. We do have some more questions that I can see populated in the chat, but for time purposes,
I can just answer them in the chat if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, so what I can do is I will send you the questions and I'll send you the link, and you can go directly to the stream that the students are on and answer their questions there. So I'll do that in a couple of minutes.
Okay, awesome. Well, it was great seeing you all, and thank you for having us.
Of course, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and move on with our program. Our next presentation will actually be from members of our sororities chapter, Epsilon Theta Omega, and they are members of the Target 3 committee, which focuses on building your economic legacy. And what they will be doing today is explaining to you guys just a little bit about how finances play into the college process and how you can start saving depending on what grade you're in and other important financial aspects of the college application process. So without further ado, I welcome Miss Akila Lewis.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, you can see me too?
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Okay, great things. Hello, my name is Akila Lewis. I am a member of Epsilon Theta Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I'm here today to share some information with you regarding the economic legacy. And what does this mean to college? It means a lot. ETO is big on economic legacies and changing the future. So if Miss Maya can accompany me in changing my screen, we can move along. Why go to college? That's like a big question. Why should I even be in college? Well, according to CNN, which is the news station, new research tells us that Federal Reserve Bank of New York state that college degree individuals still pay off. The average college graduate earns, let me minimize something. So the average college graduate earns $78,000 a year compared to the $45,000 earned by someone who is not a graduate of a college. According to this analysis, that is 75% premium on over a person that will make $30,000 less. Now, education can change the economic legacy. Now, one thing we do know that if you are the first to go to college, that the rest of your life and your legacy of your namesake will change. So kids that's going to come and family members that's going to come behind you most likely will attend college because you did. So we know that going to college can shift your family status. College also welcomes many opportunities, jobs, exposure. So many opportunities are available in college. When you meet these individuals in this beautiful magical place called academia, a lot of times we are exposed to new things we have not seen before. So going to college cannot just add value financially, but can give you more value intellectually. Now, wealth in college. This is two things I put together because I know that there was a recent college admission scandal of these millionaires that wanted their children to be among great minds, and they were willing to pay anything. So we have to look at that. A lot of times, just because you have money doesn't mean that you should not be educated. Even the most wealthy people in the world want their children to be among these great minds and to have this college experience. I'm ready to advance, Ms. Maya. Look at this picture. I know you've seen these individuals plastered over the media for the last year. These are the individuals that were involved in the college admission scandals, the ones that were willing to pay anything to get their children into college. Now, wealth in college, again, I put those two together because a lot of times we look at individuals with money who are on TV as being someone who doesn't need the liberty or don't need to liberate their minds by going to college. That's not the case. One of our favorite forever presidents, Obama, he made a statement in one of his addresses during his tenure that they may think they've got a pretty jump shot or a pretty good flow, said Mr. Obama, but our kids can all aspire to be LeBron. They can't all aspire to be LeBron or Lil Wayne. I want them aspiring to be scientists, engineers, doctors, teachers, not just ballers and rappers. I want them inspiring to be Supreme Court justice. I want them inspiring to be presidents of the United States. So to me, that quote was a big impact because even though we have these notable names like LeBron and Lil Wayne, we know that Lil Wayne attempted to send his daughter to college, and LeBron has made many strides in education, developing a school for underprivileged individuals so they can have opportunities to go to college, because college resonates beyond wealth. Thank you, Ms. Maya. Is college a possibility for me? Okay. Yes, it is. It is a possibility for you. It says here that we should just keep the goal of the end in mind. Discipline over intelligence at all times. Having a degree doesn't mean you're smart. By far, it doesn't. Many of us have degrees, or you may work with people that have 2-3 degrees. It doesn't mean that they're the smartest people in the world. It just means that they're disciplined. They're able to sit down and focus on the task, accomplish it within a minimum amount of time. One thing about college I love is that you can always reinvent yourself. If you were a horrible student before, you didn't do well in college, you didn't make in high school, so you didn't make the best grades, you didn't come from the best background, when you get to college, you can reinvent all of that. You can create this world that you want to be in. You can do well, start all over academically once you get in. You can be a better student. You can change your behaviors for the best. So when you're in college, you can do all of those things. And that's a very important place. And one thing about college is that other people are there just like you. So you may be reinventing yourself, but the individual that entered the school with you may have a liking background and going towards the same goal. So college is the platform that you want to be in to help cultivate your future. Set goals, small ones. Now, a lot of times we have these huge goals and we don't have the proper way to accomplish them. So if we set small goals by changing small things, it can lead to small success. When you get to college, you know what? I'm going to read a chapter a night. I'm going to read a page a night. I'm going to go to sleep early. Those little bitty small things can help us be an astute student. Choosing a career versus choosing you. Now, what I would do, want to let you guys know that wealth does play a big deal in life, or finances, as I should say. So when you're choosing a career, you do want to choose something that's in demand and lucrative. Now, versus choosing a career, choosing you want to do your research on your fields and what may be the focus in times to come. One of our chapter members, she went into social media. Now she is a social media manager for a company making 6 figures. So don't be afraid to do what you're good at, because sometimes your career chooses you. If you go to school and you're taking classes and you seem to think, you notice that you're not doing well in English, but you're doing very good in history, you may want to look at library science, or you may want to look at being a historian, or history being your field. So you want to be open-minded and make sure you have an understanding of what your goal is and where you want to go and what you're good at, and make sure those mesh well together. Classes can guide your future. When you choose, you are okay, Miss Maya. When you choose a school or a field, maybe should I say, when you're choosing a field, make sure you're open-minded. Look at what's out there. Think outside of the box. Come out of your norm. Don't always look at what you see all the time. Look at some things differently. See what the school has to offer and would it be a good fit for you. Look at their job responsibilities. One big thing that I laugh and I'm tickled because so many kids run around saying, I want to be an engineer, and then you say, okay, you like math. And they're like, oh, I don't like math. Well, that's a big part of engineering, math and science. So even though you may hear these names that resonate a lot with the community, you still have to do what's a good fit for you in your life. Salary is very important. A lot of times students want to do things and in their mind, they're thinking that they're going to make this astronomical amount of money, and that's not always the case. So we do want to have a clear understanding of when you go and you choose a career, how much that career will possibly afford you it financially. Plan B. Plan B stands for plan best sometimes. A lot of us set out and have these goals of being one thing and end up something else. So for example, nurses, that's the biggest thing that I always hear. I want to be a nurse. I want to be a nurse. And that's phenomenal. But a lot of us don't get into nursing school. So our plan B sometimes is being healthcare, being a health administrator. But on the back end of all that, a lot of times we don't even know that nursing is a very good field, very lucrative, but guess what? Nurses don't run the hospital. Healthcare administrators do, and they make more than nurses. So sometimes our careers choose us. Sometimes opportunities happen in our life to catapult us into other areas where we can flourish. Thank you, Miss Maya. Okay, this is a quirky picture, but this is a picture that says it all to me. College has to be a good fit. As you can see, this football player has put it on this little bitty tiny slipper and this big bulky guy. So it says college can be a real life magical Cinderella story. So you remember when I said reinvent yourself? College is the one place you can go where you can become anything you want. Your past no longer matter. You have a fresh start. So when it comes to calling college magical, in the sense that I like to say, because you meet all these people and you all have this common ground. We're all freshmen. We all have a common goal of educating ourselves. So you can reinvent yourself. You can push yourself towards greatness. Your environment will no longer matter if it was something that was keeping you back. So when it comes to college, you got to make sure it's a good fit so you can flourish. So you got to look at cost. You have to look at size, connection, and untapped potential. And I'm going to touch a bit on each one of those. When I say cost varies across colleges. You have community colleges, you have a 2-year JUCOs, you have 4-year colleges, and you have universities, which are all very different. However, cost does matter because everyone is not awarded the same things financially. So when we look at the cost of the college, we want to make sure that we can go to this place and not have the worry or the burden of having that finance hang over our head. So I heard that Ms. Sansari said, well, Dr. Sansari said earlier that we should look at cost and make it, if you want to go somewhere close or far, those things all play into cost. So we have to make sure when we're looking at a school, we have to do what's best for us, because we already have enough stress in college and we don't want any more. You have some colleges that do some really neat things. Like say, for example, Paul Quinn. Paul Quinn is a college that I'm a fan of. Paul Quinn it's a very small school. It doesn't even have 1,500 students, but they have connected with Fortune 500 companies because they want each one of their students to graduate with minimum 4,000 or less debt. So you get to work while you're in college at Chipotle's, at Chase Bank, and so many other companies, and that company will pay a portion of your financial aid. So that is important. You want to go somewhere where you won't have a cost burden. Size is super important. Small colleges matter just as much as big colleges. I have a secret. What you take taking English at Texas A&M. You're going to take in English right there at Prairie View A&M. You're going to take it at Jarvis Christian College. They all the same English class. So it is across the experience will vary from location to location when it comes to college. However, we all have the same education. So size matter. If you need to go to a smaller college where there are struggling students that may do well and flourish in that environment. When you're at this college, it's important that you connect. If you're not a strong academic student, you have to connect with the university one way or the other. So experience is extremely important. So when you go or you choose a college or you're looking at a school, it's important that you touch that college. You have to get on that campus. You got to see what it's like. You don't want to show up the first day and your parents have spent all that money to get you there and you feel that this place is not giving you a good vibe and you want to leave, and then so much money is out the door. So that is important that you connect with that college or university. Untapped potential is another thing. I know so many students that struggled in high school and went on to college and finished as cum laude, and they finished as they had hit honor roll. They made dean list a couple of times because they had an untapped potential. But one key to their success was that they found a college that fit them. They went to a smaller college where they were able to make bigger moves. Miss Maya? I love this picture. What's my second favorite into the one I just showed you? It says big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond. I'm sure some of you have seen this picture before, but really didn't understand. So you have to decide when choosing a college and choosing something that you want to pursue. Do you want to be noticed and be an untapped potential and maximize your environment? Or do you want to be in a large environment, but unnoticed? A lot of times at your HBCUs, they're smaller than your PWIs. So we're able to talk to students, get to know students, and so on. Miss Osiri said earlier that her first day that her professor knew each one of the students in class and knew that she excelled in mathematics. So calling her to the board would not be an issue because he knew she was able to do it. That's something that happened in very small environments. In larger colleges, you don't have that type of time. I taught at Lamar University for years, and I never forget, I had a freshman psychology class that I taught. It was 150 plus. So I was not able to know all of my students. However, at your smaller colleges, you have those opportunities. One thing about colleges I want you guys to always remember is college expectations matter. So when we say college expectations, I don't know if you can see my shirt or not. I have on a Human shirt. Human is not a real college, but that's what I learned about college is from a different world. So we do know that a lot of you are going to learn about college and college experiences from television, but sometimes they're not accurate. We didn't have a place where we hang out and ate for free. We didn't sit down in the dorms all the time. There wasn't always drama or entertainment as on A Different World. However, we still have to have an accurate expectation. So if you go to college with knowing that you have to work hard in mind, knowing that you have to go to class and you have the proper expectations set before you, success will come in the end. Your college experience is very important. You must connect, as I said before, because academically, if you're not strong, you have to connect with that college. Then you have to maximize your experience. And I heard Miss Erica say that, and I also heard the lady from FAMU, maximizing your experience is important. Meet new people, find things to do, expose your mind to new things. Your debt ratio to graduation. Now, this one, I do want to explain what that means, because a lot of times when we're in college, we take on loans and financial debts, but we don't do our work. We don't attend class. We have the wrong expectations. We've chose the wrong college because our friends were there. Now we didn't graduate, but we still have this debt. So you want to make sure your experience, your expectations project graduation, because you will be able to know that the debt that you acquired in college was worth it and it can pay out on the back end. Miss Maya, money is not a good reason for us not to go to college. No, it's not. Money is important. However, you cannot have a dime and still go to college. I have helped 2 students who were homeless, true homeless students, no parents, nowhere to stay, and they went to college. Now, did they finish? I'm not sure because I lost contact. However, they received the opportunity to go to college for free. So money is not an issue. Money should not hold you from your goals and your dreams. Things you must know: grants. Grants are available. You have all sorts of grants that's available. Plus, you have your federal grants for your financial aid that you would get, your Pell Grant, your Texas Grant, your Texas Scholar Grant. All these grants are available in financial aid. However, the key is the early bird gets the worm. But always remember, if you're not an early bird, it's never too late to be great. So you have to know that even though you were not up early and you were a late bloomer, it's still an opportunity there for you. We have loans and scholarships. Loans are available in financial aid, and this is something you have to repay back, but it's not a death sentence. You have forgiveness programs if you go into certain fields that lack representation. If you go into certain fields that are in demand, there are loan forgiveness programs. Educators, there's an education forgiving loan forgiveness program. If you teach for 4 years at a certain a certain school district, you will be able to go into a loan forgiveness program. Scholarships are important. It doesn't matter how much the scholarship is. If it's $100, if it's $50, if it's $1,000, apply for it. You have to start. You have to write, you guys. You have to learn that your opportunities is that your debt is it's up to you. So if you seek something and you're serious about it, you will get it. Talking still works. I mean, you text and don't talk. But a lot of times, if you open your mouth and tell people your goals, they will help you. People at your church. I've helped kids at my church go to college. People in your school. You might not be close with the counselor or the coach, but it may be that one teacher that you like that asks how you're doing every day when no one else asks. Tell her you want to go to college. I love telling this story. About 6 years ago, I was visiting my sister in Atlanta, and a little girl, her mother was so proud she was going to Xavier University. She put a sign in a yard, and we were just going down the street. I convinced my sister to write her a check. My sister, at that moment, I say, look, she's going to Xavier in New Orleans. And my sister at that point got out the car and knocked on her door and handed her a check to help her with her college experience. So you got to tell people what you're trying to do. Parents, encourage your kids, please, to open their mouths, talk to people in their field, talk to people in financial aid, so they'll be able to fund or help fund or looking for opportunities for their careers, their college career. School resources. Always check in with your school counselor. Check in with your local organizations. There's websites that you can go to, and they will list resources for you for financial aid. So remember, closed mouths do not get fed. Talking still works. Don't stop looking. Even if you have acquired admissions into a college, do not stop looking for scholarships. You have scholarships that will help you finish college if you have some type of financial strain. Always, there's resources on campus about scholarships you can apply while you're in college. Miss Maya. Parents, this is going to be one of my favorite parts here. Parents, I do want to let you guys know it's not too late to save. Okay, my daughter graduated debt-free. I'm a single mom. I know the story, but it's never too late to save. I know you've seen all of these little fun charts on Pinterest and all over the internet on social media. You can sit and you can start today and save $1,000 in 3 months, $1,000 in 12 weeks, $5,000 in saving. You can save in a year. And then I even have a change challenge here where you could do $600 depending on how much change is in a jar. It's never too late to start saving, because guess what? You may have struggled to get that child there your first year, but the second year does not have to be the same experience. So it's very important that we take the time and plan out our financial gain over your child's college career. You can even develop a scholarship for your child, giving them $1,000 a year if that's the case. So it is what we make of it. It is never too late. Okay, Miss Maya, these are some of the questions that I received from you all. This is things that you submitted, and I'm going to do my best to answer them off of my knowledge base. It says, what grants are available? It depends on what state you're in, but we always have the Pell Grant. The Pell Grant is something that's always available. You can go to FAFSA.org, so you can find all the grants available in your state that you can apply for. What are out-of-state fees? Okay, that's a really good question. Out-of-state fees are fees that are acquired, that the college charges if you're not a resident of that state. A lot of times you have to be a resident of a state for 2 years at least to claim residency and those fees to go away. However, there are some colleges that have waived state fees. One of the states is Louisiana and Oklahoma have an HBCU there that have waived out-of-state fees if you have a certain GPA or if you have a certain SAT score. Now, of course, it has to be relatively high, but there still is an opportunity there for you all to attend colleges afar that's not in your home state. If home state is Texas, they will waive and make concessions for you just to have you as a student. What is the best way to save money? I just gave you a couple of ways. You could just take change and throw it in a jar and do that for 3 months, or $1 a day, any method that works for you. Stop going out to eat. You know, those things can help you acquire enough money to help you get started. Are we able to receive scholarships after college? Well, depends. Okay, I started to answer that one way, but I'm going to change my answer. If you go to graduate school, you will receive a finance or some type of stipend that may be labeled as a fellowship to go get your master's or your doctoral degree. But if you have acquired a bachelor's degree already, you're not going to be able to receive a scholarship, because one key factor about that word scholarship is the word scholar, which is SCHOLAR. So that basically means school. You have to be a scholar somewhere to receive these funds. If you have graduated and you're not attending any schools anymore, or you have dropped out and you have not attended, then you will not be able to receive a scholarship. How can we balance finances from personal and work life? Okay, single mom gave everything to help her daughter go to school. I would say you do your job and you go to school, and if something comes up, pray about it. However, in a perfect world, that does work, but that's not always how things work. So you have to learn how to do time management. Some of you will have to work. Some of you won't. You know, you do have to scale back and not have the same pleasures of things that you have had at home with your parents. I used to tell my daughter, Mama goes, I go to Papa Do's and I go to Joe's Crab Shack. However, you go to Taco Bell and McDonald's. So you cannot make those. You can't have those same lavish experiences in college, because it's a time for you to cut back and save. But you have to just make sure you balance your time if you do have to work. And plus, there's things on campus called work study jobs, and it's a two-part work study, because they want you to work. However, studying is most important. So if you have a test or it's finals time or you have a big paper, that employee which is on that campus will understand and will allow you time to go study. How would being a part-time college student affect the scholarships that you have? Okay, there are various types of scholarships. Scholarships are always not scholars. Sometimes there's merit scholarships in addition to how you've done academically. There are part-time scholarships versus full-time student scholarships. You just got to see what fit for you. What is a breakdown of financial aid and how does it help pay for school? The best thing to find out about financial aid is go to the FAFSA website, where they will give you a wonderful explanation of what financial aid is that I cannot totally cover right now because of time. What does it take to get academic scholarships? It takes you. You got to make sure you go use your resources, talk to people everywhere, your church. If you see someone with a shirt on that's at a school you want to go to, or just a college shirt, ask them. They may be someone that's a graduate. Look at your alumni associations in your communities. There's so many great opportunities. How did you know if you made the right choice? How do you know if you made the right choice? You don't know. It's just something you have to kind of just trust your gut and go with. How do I apply for financial aid? FAFSA is the place that you want to go to. And I'm going to ask a little later that you guys just kind of take time and visit the FAFSA
Okay, so as Ms. Lewis was going through the presentation, we seem to be having some technical difficulties. So I will pick back up where she left off. So what scholarships are available? And so she mentioned scholarships. She mentioned financial aid. And so when you're looking at scholarships, you can visit the scholarship websites for the various colleges and universities that you are planning to attend. Each school has a scholarship website. Additionally, on your campuses for your various high schools, it's very good to be able to contact your counselors to ensure that you are able to get the local scholarships that are available to you, as well as some of the state and national scholarships. And now Ms. Lewis is back, so I will turn it back over to her.
My apologies. I like to sit outside and do these type of things. But anyway, I'm back in it. Okay. How the one I really wanted to cover, because this is an awesome one and many kids don't know what is available to me if I'm a parent that was in the military. Perfect question. You served our country, so I'm not saying we owe you everything, but there are some things there that we have the country has available for you and your child. There's the Hazelwood Act. If you have a parent that signed up for the military in Texas, they can go to school under the Hazelwood Act, and the Hazelwood Act will pay for 120 college hours. But check this out, 120 college hours doesn't mean that it has to be undergraduate. They will also pay for graduate degrees. If I receive a scholarship and it goes directly to the university, yes, it does, because again, that keyword scholar. But some of them will put the scholarship in your hand. However, the majority of them will go to the school. But one cool thing is that if you acquire a lot of scholarships, you can get the leftover money, so that the college will cut you a check. There's a little boy that went to Morehouse, and he's the Morehouse millionaire because he received $1 million in scholarships. He started his freshman year. He applied. And by the time he got to his senior year, he had $1 million. So some of that money went to him in his pocket, because once it's awarded to you, it's awarded to you. If there is any additional monies, where does it go? I've kind of explained that in a previous answer. What academic scholarship and grants will provide finances for either 4 year of a university. Okay, I think I know what they're saying, but I do want to clear this up. Scholarships are not guaranteed. That's not true. Just like scholarships for athletes are not guaranteed. You have to produce. So you have to keep a minimum GPA of whatever that scholarship states to make sure you have it every year. So full rides do exist as long as you make sure you do what they are asking you to do academically and meritly. Okay, what can I do to prepare for college experiences? Start saving now. Go put 10 cents in a jar and just promise yourself you're going to drop some change in there every day. We can go to the next one, Miss Maya. What is the most important financial consideration when deciding whether to take out a college loan? The most important thing is that you come up with a plan to pay it back. So if you have to take out a loan, it's okay. Half of the world has done it. Okay. However, the half of the world has not come up with a plan on how they're going to pay it back. So when you're taking something out, you make sure that you look at forgiveness programs and what's available, or some type of strategic plan that you can do or produce to pay back that loan. Even looking for jobs, some jobs that you may apply for, they will pay back a portion of your loans. I know Sorority won't mind me saying this, the lady that spoke was Xavier. She's a dentist. She worked in a rural area for a couple of years that helped pay off some of her dentist debt. What are different ways to pay for school? FAFSA is the perfect place that explain that more in detail. What is the overall cost and scholarship opportunities? Oh my gosh, there's so much out there. I'm sorry. I don't know enough about everything that's out there. But when it comes to cost of college, remember, cost of college depends on where you attend. Every college has their own, they have their own tuition. You have public and private. Sometimes public colleges are a little more cheaper than private colleges. However, private colleges are smaller colleges a lot of times, and they have more alumni money and more scholarship money to give to students because the population is not large. So do not overlook those small colleges, you guys, please. What are my options for financing my college career? Financial aid, we've talked about that a couple of times. What is a credit score? how is the credit score report broken down? Okay, I'm sorry. That's kind of out of my thing when it comes to scholarships and how to pay for college. But I will say this, a lot of times when you're in college, and parents, I want you to listen up, when you're in college, your child is in college, and sometimes financial aid does not cover, it's not enough there to cover the rest of their fees. There is a Parent Plus loan you can take out. However, if you do not have good credit, you will be denied for that loan. Then they will go back, depending on the college, and they will up the child's loan that they're awarded. But the thing is, parents, we got to make sure that we attempt to be in a good credit standing, and kids too, who are attending college, make sure you try to keep your credit score to where it needs to be. Are there ways to make money on campus? I'm sure there are. Work study, as I stated before. Work study, when people are looking for interns, they go straight to a college, so that's a way of making money. So there are opportunities, but when you're filling out your FAFSA, it's very important that you check that you want a work study job, because those work study positions are not funded by the college. They're funded by the federal government, so that aid can be awarded to you. However, some departments do have student positions that may be awarded by the school, but that pot of money is not very large. The larger pot of money will be in the work study program, so they can provide more jobs. Last question is, what tips can you give about saving and budgeting? The tips I gave, start saving, it's never too late. So make today your day that you're going to change how you're going to move forward for your child's academic career. I do want to say one thing, college is a magical place. It is a wonderful place. In college, you will be able to accomplish all your goals. You meet very exquisite people and very extraordinary people. So always remember, there is a place for you in academia.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lewis, for the very insightful information that you gave to our students and our educators who are watching live on behalf of the Epsilon Theta Omega chapter. You know, we have to boast our people. Thank you so much, Ms. Lewis. Next, we will have Wiley College. Wiley College is a private, historically Black liberal arts college in Marshall, Texas. Certified in 1882 by the Freedmen's Aid Society, it is one of the oldest predominantly Black colleges west of the Mississippi River. So without further ado, we will have our representative from Wiley College.
Okay, good afternoon. Can you guys see me?
No, we're unable to see you.
Oh, there it is. It just asked to start. Can you see me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to share my... Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jamaria Davis Miller. I am an admissions counselor at Wiley College. As she stated, we are located in Marshall, Texas. We are in East Texas. If you don't know what that is, it's about 45 minutes away from Shreveport and 45 minutes away from Longview. Our sister school is Jarvis Christian College. We were founded in 1873. We are a private institution, as she stated. We are a four-year liberal arts college. Our religious affiliation is the United Methodist Church. Our current 17th president is Dr. Herman J. Felton Jr. Our colors are purple and white. Tuition for this year is $17,500 per year. We currently have a tuition, we call it a tuition waiver. If you apply now, we do a $500 tuition deduction for you. And we also are waiving out-of-state fees. Our address is 711 Wiley Avenue. Our website is www.wileyc.edu. I'm going to show you guys this. It's like a layout view of our campus. It's a little video that we put together. Can someone tell me how to insert an URL? I'm just not sure as to how to share the screen with the URL.
If you stop sharing and you open up a internet browser, you'll be able to type that in and then share that
the screen again. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so do I just now share my screen again? Okay. Screen. Okay, so that was just a little video showing basically we call it our virtual campus tour for students that want to see the campus and learn a little bit more about the campus. Are there any questions or oh, you guys couldn't hear the video? Is that what she's saying? Could you guys hear the video?
If you would like, you can put the URL in the chat and then I can try to share it for you. So we can.
Okay, yes. Well, she says no sound. So was she referring to the video or before I began talking?
No, this was for the video you just showed.
Okay, so I'll drop the link in the URL. Okay, I put it in there.
Wiley College, founded in 1873 in Marshall, Texas, is a historically Black, primarily liberal arts, residential, co-educational, baccalaureate degree granting institution affiliated with the United Methodist Church. For over 147 years, Wiley has offered educational opportunities to the citizens of Texas, the nation, and the world. Our spirit remains vibrant in the face of remarkable social change, global terrorism, economic strife, and adversity. We are scholars, debaters, activists, athletes, vocalists, but above all, we are leaders. The beacon light that is Wiley College will shine forth for generations to come. The insightful vision of years past that made Wiley College a preeminent Black college in the South is alive and well. Share your knowledge and skills. Don't keep them to yourself. Challenge yourself and your peers on a daily basis. Embrace one another's passion for the social good, leadership, education, communities, policies, and practice. Absorb everything, and above all, have fun. We welcome you to Wiley College. Go forth, inspire, glorious deeds to do.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing that for me. As you all know or heard in the video, we are Wiley College from the Great Debaters with Denzel Washington. We also have a national award-winning choir. We also have basketball, we have track, we have cheer, we have dance, we have baseball. Are there any questions for me?
Yes, I do have one question, and it comes from Amir Abdullah from Rodeo Palms Junior High, and he's asking, what type of support systems do you have on campus for incoming freshmen?
Well, support systems for incoming freshmen, as you know, we're adjusting to COVID. And this past semester, fall of 2020, our students did not return. We were 100% virtual. So for spring of 2021, incoming students, incoming back students are freshman based. So first come first, it's not first come first serve, but we are serving our freshmen first as far as it comes as rooming and board. They're our main priority as to being on campus right now. Right now with the COVID things, we're kind of still in a lockdown, so classes are still online. The CAF is grab and go to go type of thing, but the support systems we have we have an area called support system, our advancement area, and we have first year experience, which is a team that's put together to assist freshmen and freshmen only, meaning if you have questions with your classes, if you need tutoring, if you have questions with where your classes are located, they do campus in-person tours before school starts and that kind of thing.
Great. Our next question comes from Raven Adams, and she's asking, what is the current student to teacher ratio?
I don't, this past semester, we haven't gotten our final student report, so I don't know the current number. I know that the last, I just got there too, so if I'm not mistaken, can you send me her email and I'll send her the correct information? I don't want to tell her the wrong thing.
Sure, we'll do. We'll make sure we get that to you.
Yes.
Our next question comes from Sage Patillo, and she's asking, what is the net price for attending Wiley College?
The net price is $17,500 per year. So you would divide that into two to get the semester cost.
Okay, and also, could you speak a little bit about what the housing options are?
So right now, our housing options, previously we did have girls dorm, men dorm, co-ed dorm, and we had honors dorm. Choir and debaters have their own rooming assignments, but right now we are doing one person to each room. Prior to this, you could pay to have a private room, meaning that you have no roommate. Our rooms are set up to 2 in one room on the left, 2 in one room on the right, and in the middle you guys share a bathroom. So there's a sink, bathroom area, a shower, a tub, and a toilet. And we also have rooms that are suites. So you have your own personal door. You get to pick in between which one you'd like.
Okay, great. Our next question comes from Sage Patillo again, and she's asking, what is the average class size?
Incoming or graduating, or both?
You mind providing both?
Yes, our incoming class rate our highest has been 250 students, and our graduating is 175.
Okay, I believe we have time for just one last question. And so this question comes from Amaya Abdullah, and she's asking, is the school in a safe environment?
Yes, our school is in a safe environment. We have 24/7 security. We've actually just added this past summer, we've cut off our main street and put gates and barriers up. You have to have a Wiley certified ID to enter onto campus and to exit off of campus. We also have security booths set up at 4 different locations.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say thank you for sharing with us today. Thank you for giving all that great information to our students about your university and Wiley College. So I hope that they were able to learn something new about you guys. If you could you provide your email address just in case anyone would like to email you any additional questions that they may think of later?
Yes, ma'am. My email is jdavis-miller@wileyc.edu. That's jdavis-miller@wileyc.edu.
Great. Thank you again so much. We really do appreciate you coming out and talking with our students today.
Thank you guys so much for having us.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Okay, so we are going to move forward with our program. We have reached a point where it's to the good stuff, the stuff that y'all have probably been waiting for the most. So we are going to do some of our giveaways now. So I'm going to share my screen and we are going to do our raffles live. Okay, so each of you who pre-registered for our college fair using that Google form link that we sent out, we have all of your names here. They are shuffled. And again, like I said, we are going to do it live so you all can see who wins in real time. So our first giveaway is for a $20 gift card. And so we will click to spin. Okay, so that first giveaway for a $20 gift card will go to Sage Patillo. All right, our next giveaway is for a $50 Amazon gift card. All right, so that $50 Amazon gift card will be going to Fung. And then we have one more giveaway for this period. And we will be raffling off a $50 Visa gift card. And so that $50 Visa gift card will be going to Nicole Cabrera. Okay, so we do hope that you all are enjoying the program thus far. We will give you all a 5-minute break just to kind of get up, move around. I know a lot of us are probably going stir crazy because we sit on these Zooms all day. So we are going to keep the stream going. We are going to play a little clip with a little bit of music just to let y'all move around, go grab a water, take a bathroom break, and then we will continue on with our program.
Okay, so hopefully everyone was able to enjoy that short break. We're going to continue to move on with our program as we now have a representative from Southern A&M College and University. So, Southern University and A&M College, Southern University, Southern SUBR or SU, is a public historically Black university in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It is the largest HBCU in Louisiana, and as a Memorial High School employee, several of our students, faculty, and staff are very acclimated with Southern graduates as well as faculty. So we want to introduce and allow the representative from Southern University to provide us with pivotal information.
Okay, good morning. My name is Mark Young, and I'm the admissions recruiter from Southern University. And I want to thank you for this opportunity to meet with you. Okay, yeah, I got a little slide that we're going to start and we're going to work with. And as soon as they get up on the screen, we will get started. All right, Southern University. We are a historically Black college and university in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Our mascot is the Jaguars. And we are the largest historically Black college in Louisiana. And Southern University Baton Rouge is the flagship of the Southern University system. We are the only historically Black college system in America. We have Southern University at Shreveport. There's a Southern University at New Orleans. And we have a Southern University Law Center in Baton Rouge and the Southern University Agricultural Research Center in Baton Rouge. And the main campus is Southern University and A&M College, which is the Baton Rouge campus. So, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that we offer. So if we can go to the next slide. As you can see, our mascot, we are the Jaguars. We are members of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and we're the school with the national renowned marching band called the Human Jukebox. And the next screen. Now, Southern was founded in New Orleans in 1880. We started off with 12 students, a very humbling beginning. We relocated to Baton Rouge in 1914, and we've been there ever since. Our current enrollment is about a little over about 7,200 students, and we offer about 60 undergraduate degrees, 60 degrees at the undergraduate, master's, and the PhD level. And we have 13 residential hall, and we have students from 43 states and about 21 foreign countries. And if we can go to the next slide. Now, this a little bit talk about who we are and a geographical presence. As you can see, Southern Shreveport, we scattered out over Louisiana, and we are a historically Black college system, and we are a land grant system also. The next slide. Again, it's just talking about who we are, our identity, and we kind of brag about that we are the only HBCU land grant in the system. But we're going to get to the next slide, and we're going to talk about a little bit about them. Well, that's yours truly to the left. This is our recruitment staff. If anyone needs to contact any recruiter in the office, this is the contact. Email is the best way. My email address is there. mark_young@subr.edu. My co-workers, Ms. Elise Shelton and Mr. Malik Smith. We are there every day. Actually, we're working 6 days a week, Monday through Friday, and we've been doing fairs all day Saturday. I got about 3 fairs to do today. So we ask you that you have any questions, and we know some of you will have questions that maybe will come up tomorrow or next week. Please reach out, and this is how you get in touch with us. Okay, next slide. Now, we're going to talk about some of the academic programs at the university. One of the most featured programs at my school is a nursing school. Our School of Nursing is one of the finest nursing schools in the country. 4 times in the past 10 years, it's been rated as Nursing School of the Year in the state of Louisiana. Twice in the past 3 years, HBCU Digest has recognized it as Nursing School of the Year among HBCUs. It is the most competitive part of the university. Once a student is admitted to the university, then the student has to apply to nursing, and they will be entering competition. And usually about 400 students will apply to nursing in the fall, and about 80 to 90 will be admitted. It is very, very competitive. I know we're going to talk a little bit more about ACT and SAT down the road, and we have waived the ACT and SAT for entering the university. However, if you get a chance, please take ACT, SAT if you get a chance, because like nursing school will look for it as part of the application process. Even for a student going into nursing into their junior year, nursing will ask for an ACT score. And we also have a law center. There are 4 law schools in Louisiana. Ours is the most affordable and it's the most diverse, and it is a highly productive law school. A lot of judges, a lot of attorneys throughout Louisiana come out as a product of Southern University's law school. And we are the largest suppliers of African-American lawyers in the state of Louisiana, and one of the largest suppliers of African-American attorneys in the country. Engineering is very big for us. We are into arts and humanities, business, education, engineering, physical sciences, natural sciences, social sciences, nursing, but engineering, nursing, and business and agriculture, those are 4 of our biggest areas. In engineering, we are primarily mechanical, electrical, civil engineering. Through civil, we have an option for environmental engineering. In mechanical engineering, you can go into chemical engineering, fluid dynamics, industrial engineering, aerospace engineering. Electrical engineering, we have an option for computer engineering. We have a computer science program that's very, very, very big. And we're getting into cybersecurity. We got a lot of students that participate in a summer intern program with the FBI, where they go up to Quantico, Virginia, and they're studying in cybersecurity. You see the College of Business, accounting, finance, marketing, management, tremendous opportunities. We also have online degree. We have an online program. Matter of fact, of the 7,200 students, probably about 1/3 of our students are studying virtual. We also have a hybrid program, but we still have students on campus. And next week, Monday and Tuesday will be the last 2 days for students on campus in the fall. When they go home for Thanksgiving break, they will do their finals virtually, and they will not return to campus until in January. Okay, now we can go to the next slide. All right, about 7,200 students on campus. At the university, we can house about 2,200 to 2,300 students living in dormitories. For freshmen, there is a dedicated residential freshman dormitory for female. There's a dedicated residential freshman hall for male. Each can hold about 350 students. In each dormitory, a student will go in, they will have 2 students per room. You open a door, you step into a suite. In a suite area, there are 4 doors. Each door leads to a room. 2 students to a room, 2 rooms will connect to a bath, so 4 students will share a bath. Students are responsible for policing and keeping the area clean and neat. Once you complete your freshman year, you can transfer out of we have apartment complexes on campus. We have traditional residential dormitory style halls. Students can live off campus. Freshmen from out of town are expected to live on the campus. Another question that's asked, can I have a vehicle? Traditionally, freshmen are not to register a vehicle on the campus. However, students can petition the dean of student affairs, and that dean can issue a waiver to give us a freshman permission to have an automobile on the campus. But mainly, we want the freshmen on the campus going to English when it's supposed to be in English, or in math when it's supposed to be in math, instead of being down on Canal Street asking for directions to Bourbon Street. And that happens a lot. And that causes some problems with some students sometimes, because your freshman year is the most critical year at the university, at any university. If we get you through your freshman year, your chance of graduating goes through the roof. So we're a little sensitive about the freshmen. But students, like I say, if you are a freshman and you want to have a car on campus, you'll have to petition the Dean of Students in Student Affairs. He can grant a waiver for that. With your student ID, you can ride any city bus, any city transportation in Baton Rouge. That is part of your tuition. Baton Rouge is it's a metropolitan area. There's a little over 400, between 400,000 and 500,000 people in the metropolitan Baton Rouge area. So it's not a great big industrial area like Houston, but it is a large place, a lot of opportunities, there's a lot of things to do. Okay, the next slide. Okay, how to be part of the Jaguar Nation. First thing you do, obviously, is apply. And you just simply go to the website, www.subr.edu, and you can put an application in. Once you put an application in, it will ask you for an application fee at the end, which can be paid with a credit card, or you can press that little button that simply say pay later and proceed and send the application through. The application fee is the least important. You can send me an email and say, Mr. Young, I applied to Southern University. Would you waive my application fee? I will go in the system, find your application, and waive the fee. We can do that. But when you apply, I then need for you to get your counselor to send your senior class schedule, your transcript. Right now, it's a 6-semester transcript. In the spring, it will be a 7-semester transcript. But send your senior class schedule, your transcript, and your immunization records, measles, mumps, rubella, and meningitis. If you have a test score, send that to us. With that, we can make a decision. We have been admitting students to the university since September. The admissions at this time is provisional simply because you're still in high school. You have not graduated yet. Once you graduate, then have your school send your final official transcript and everything's become official. But with a provisional admission, when housing becomes available for their housing application, you can apply for that. That'll be in January. You will be online for orientation. You should have started your FAFSA by this point. I knew you probably heard that over and over by this time. But if you have not started your FAFSA, go in and do your FAFSA. And when you do your FAFSA, select work study. Whether you think you want it or not, put work study on there. We have students that are employed in all parts of the campus. They won't get rich, but they can earn $10, $11 an hour. Earn a few dollars to put in their pockets, but all of that works through FAFSA. So please, when you do your FAFSA, select work study. If you selected FAFSA and you're not sure that you've done work study, you can go back in and add work study. We have students working in our admissions office. We hire students as student recruiters, as student ambassadors. They assist us with recruiting. They assist us when we are hosting tours, and we have tours available on the campus. We're winding them down because after Thanksgiving, we are not hosting, but we were having tours. We did have tours on campus this past semester. So, but get your application in. You will then be ready for when housing opens up in the fall. All right, next slide, please. A cost, what it looks like. This is an estimate. On the left column is what Louisiana students will pay. On the right column is what out-of-state students will pay. And the simple difference in that is an out-of-state fee. And I will address the out-of-state fee in a few minutes later. You see it's broken down to tuition, residential housing, you got a meal plan, internet fees, and so on. We can go to the next screen. Scholarships. Scholarships are available. This is where your ACT and SAT really comes into play. We are going to waive the ACT, SAT requirements to enter the university. But the people who award money, they look for test scores. GPAs on your transcript, ACT, SAT, that controls your scholarship opportunities. This is just a couple of scholarship opportunities that we have, but scholarships are all over the place. All of the academic areas have them. We actually have an honors college. An honors college begins taking applications at 3.3 on a 4.0 scale with a 23 ACT or 1130 SAT. The higher your numbers, the greater the scholarship award. You can actually go to our website and click on the academics and look at the honors college, and they will tell you how much money they award money from anywhere from $1,000 a semester up to $3,500 a semester. Scholarships you can get a scholarship from honors, you can get a scholarship from one of the academic areas, or you can find a scholarship away from the university in the private sector. All of these scholarships can be put together. All right, we go to the next screen. Out-of-state fee. Out-of-state fee is $3,675 each semester, or $7,300 a year. However, any student who's graduating from a high school outside of the state of Louisiana, if you have a 2.5 GPA on your final high school transcript, your out-of-state fee will be waived your freshman year. Your out-of-state fee will be waived your freshman year. You maintain a 2.5 while you're in school, you will keep that waiver in place. ACT, SAT does not factor into that. That is strictly off your GPA. If you graduate from high school and your GPA is 2.5 or higher on a 4.0 scale, your out-of-state fees is automatically waived. You do not have to apply for that. The university runs a report during the summer looking for that. Any student, any incoming freshman that has a GPA of 2.5 or higher, the fees are waived. Any student coming in that's transferring from another college or university, if your GPA is 2.5 or higher and you have an associate degree, your out-of-state fees are waived. If you are transferring and you have 30 credit hours or more and you're transferring from another four-year university, you have a 2.5 GPA, your out-of-state fees are waived. Okay, now, next slide, please. All right. If you have questions, comments, or please send them to me. We're in our office. We're not traveling a lot, so we're there. The phones are ringing. It's a lot of things going on. Email is the best way to get in touch with us, but if you need to call and physically talk to someone, you can. We're going to go to the next screen. Contact information. This is the information for our office. The office is 225-771-7827. We got a fax number on there. We'll go into the chat session. I will put my office phone number on there, 225-771-5016. And _ Young. SUBR.edu. We put that in there. Yeah, if I take the cap locks off. That should be okay, it's my personal contact. That phone number rings the phone on my desk, or you can just send me an email. That is the best way to get in touch with us. So, that is like the end of the slide presentation. If there are any questions or anything, I'd be more than happy to answer. If anyone have any questions.
Thank you so much. We do have a few questions that were submitted.
Sure.
One of the questions is there job placement help for graduates?
Yes. We call it's career services, our career services office. Now, I'm a Southern grad. I got my bachelor's and my master's from Southern University. And way back in the days when I was there, companies were coming to Southern looking for graduates to graduate to start their career. They are still doing that, but far more now. We have companies coming to the universities looking for sophomores and juniors to do internship. But the Office of Career Services is the liaison to the business area, to the business world. Twice a year, they will have a fair. The one they did in September was virtual. They do it September and February. And they will have usually about 90 to 100 companies, Fortune 100, Fortune 500, small companies, governmental agencies, and they're coming and they are interviewing. Students are interviewing for careers. Students are also interviewing for internships. Internships are very, very big and very, very important. Students can go work about 10 weeks for a summer. They earn some money, but they gain experience and it puts them on a track. It's a chance for a company to examine this student. It's like a trial area, and also for students to examine a company. Sometimes students do internship with the same companies 2 summers in a row. And when they do that, they're basically locked in. But we have not only just twice a year, but throughout the year, representatives from companies are constantly coming into the Office of Career Services, and they're looking for students to launch their career. But I will tell you this, when those representatives come, they do not look below 3.0. I tell every student, and I've been doing this for 20 years, I tell every student, but legally, ethically, morally, any way you can, get your GPA to 3.0 or higher, because the opportunities are there. But the companies, they do not look below 3.0. So yes, we do have an area that can help and assist with launching careers.
Okay, thank you for that. Another question we have, when do I need to declare my major?
You can declare, a lot of students, well, when you fill out the application, it will ask you for a major. So technically you will declare one at that point. Now, once you arrive, that does not lock you in. When you arrive at the university, you can change at orientation, you can change in your first semester or your second semester. Now, I'm an old guy. When I was in school, it wasn't that expensive. It's very expensive now. At these prices, you want to be in and out of college. You do not want to be in there more than 4 years. If you get into your junior year and you start changing your major in your sophomore and junior year, that'll set you back a semester. You get deep into your junior year and that'll set you back a year. And it's get very, very expensive. Most students will change, a lot of students will change their major as a freshman. And you're free to do that. You're free to do a double major. You're free to do a minor is not required, but I encourage students to select a minor. Some students like to do a double major, but at the time you do the application, it will ask for you to declare a major. That does not lock you in, but that just gives the advisors and the counselors who are preparing your schedule to have everything ready for you when you arrive. Okay.
Another question that was asked, what sports does Southern offer, excuse me?
Okay, we are an NCAA Division I, and we're a member of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Sports for young ladies, we have volleyball, we have basketball, we have indoor track, outdoor track, cross country, tennis, softball, and soccer. For guys, we have football, basketball, baseball, indoor, outdoor track, cross country. Those are the sports that we have. And we are an NCAA school. We are a Division I.
And last question, this was asked in the chat by Ms. Turner. Do you all allow freshmen to take more than 12 hours per semester?
Yes. I think the maximum a freshman will be able to take is 18. Actually, 12 is considered the minimum to be declared a full-time student. But generally, as students come in, they will be scheduled at between 15 and 17. One of the things that we're really pushing hard and working hard on now is retention. We've always worked hard in that area, but we're putting more emphasis there, not just to get the student in, but once we get a student in, to get that student progressing all the way through the academic chain to graduation. And we want you in for 4 years. The state of Louisiana is restructuring. It used to be 128 credit hours to graduate. Now it's 120, and everything is geared around 30 hours a year or 15 hours per semester. A lot of the students have the theme called 15 to 4. Okay, you want 15 hours each semester so you can graduate on time in 4 years. So when they make out the freshman schedule, the advisors, and when the student applies, that information, when they're accepted, all of that goes over to freshman advising. And when they look and see that this student has declared criminal justice or engineering or biology, it's already predetermined what classes they will take, and they make out that schedule. They will generally make them for a minimum of 15. And one of the things about 15, because the classes are generally 3-hour classes. If a student is taking 12 hours and they drop a class, they drop down to 9. When they go from full-time to part-time status, that affects their financial aid. That also affects scholarships. Financial aid, you must remain a full-time student. For scholarships, you must remain a full-time student. So generally, they will schedule 3 hours above that minimum, so you'll get 15 to 17. And if a student has to drop a class, they can still remain as a full-time student. So generally 15 to 17 hours is what they will schedule for freshmen.
Okay. Thank you so much. We want to thank you, Mr. Young and Southern University, for taking the time to visit with us today and give our students some more information about your wonderful university.
Okay, and thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Keep in touch.
We will. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
So we are going to move forward with our program. The next school that we will hear from is Alcorn State University. So Alcorn State is a public HBCU located in Lorman, Mississippi. It was founded in 1871 and was the first Black land-grant college established in the United States. So with that being said, we would like to give a virtual round of applause and welcome our representative from Alcorn State University.
Yes, so good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Lamar Scott. I am an admissions recruiter and advisor for students here at Alcorn State University, where the grass is greener, the air is cleaner, and the water is just a little bit sweeter. We are thankful for the opportunity to stop by to greet you all virtually as it relates to being able to become a Brave or become a part of what we know as the Brave Nation. So at this time, as you all have already heard, Alcorn State University, the academic resort located in Lorman, Mississippi. Alcorn State University, as you've already heard, was founded in 1871 as an agriculture and mechanical college. Now we house the School of Business, the School of Education and Psychology, the School of Nursing, the School of Agriculture and Applied Sciences, and finally, the School of Arts and Science. Here at Alcorn State University, our student-to-teacher ratio is 17-1. And then also, there are a lot of other cool things that you all will get to hear throughout our presentation. So at this time, let's move forward. How is it that you may become a part of the Brave family? How is it that you may be able to matriculate and receive your degree? Students, as it relates to our admissions process, it's pretty simple, pretty easy. It's not like pulling teeth. Listen, if you have a 16 on the ACT with a 2.5 GPA or an 18 on the ACT with a 2.0, for those students who take the SAT equivalence of a 16 on the ACT is an 880. The SAT equivalence for an 18 on the ACT is about a 960, okay? And then for those students who have a 3.2 GPA, all right, we're able to admit you all based off your CPC, which is your college prep curriculum, meaning your math, your science, your English, your history, along with your foreign languages and your advanced electives, okay? Get that cumulative GPA to a 3.2. We are able to admit you, but we will still need your test scores on file. So no, Alcorn State University has not gone test optional. I understand we're in the midst of COVID and all these other things that we're going through as a society. But listen, we're still going to work with you. We still would love for you to apply. We would still love to hold your hand and help make sure that you find yourself here at the academic resort. Okay. With that said, we do have students who come in on what is known as our full our full qualifier or our final qualifier certification through the NCAA. All right. As well as those students who do not quite meet our regular admissions requirements are able to do what? Come through what is known as our summer developmental program, okay? This summer developmental program is also known as Summer D. Students are able to come in at the end of May, and then they're able to go through a process of courses and procedures that will help enhance your understanding of what it is that you have need of and struggle in. And then at the end, so at the end of July, at the beginning of August, you will receive full admissions into the university once you have passed the course, okay? So moving forward, those are some transfer information. Please, let us know if you do have any questions about those things later. But moving on, as it relates to our admissions documents, we don't need a resume. We don't need any letters of recommendation. We simply need you to apply, okay? Send in your test scores and have your transcript sent to us. So with that said, students, there is no application fee. Okay, there is no application fee. Go ahead and apply today. It doesn't hurt you to apply. Okay, so with that said, we'll need your application done. It normally takes between 7 to 8 minutes to complete, as well as the ACT or SAT scores on file. Then we'll also need your high school transcript, your most current high school transcript. Let's go ahead and hopefully, even in the midst of this semester right now, which is your 7th semester, we would still love for you to send that transcript to us at this time, okay? And then later on, we'll need your final high school transcript along with your immunization records or your shot records, right? With that 2 doses of MMR. Go ahead, send those documents into admissions@alcorn.edu. That's admissions@alcorn.edu. Remember, it doesn't hurt you to apply. So some of our feature majors will include, as you all can see, our criminal justice, our ag econ, and our agribusiness. We do have psychology, finance, the biological sciences, an ASN and a BSN in nursing. All right, moving forward, some of our other majors will include our advanced technologies, our child development, our elementary and secondary education, our accounting, our mass communications, our English and foreign languages, our social work, our mathematics, and our computer sciences, as well as our fine arts with the emphasis in music. So listen, these 2 lists that I have just presented to you are not exhaustive, meaning that we still have other majors for students to enjoy. So listen, students, we still have, we're under our School of Ag and Applied Sciences. Yes, we have veterinary science, animal science, poultry science, plant and soil science, agronomy. We have so many different opportunities for students here at the university's campus, okay? So moving forward, the normal cost for tuition, room, and board, okay, inclusive for a full year is normally between $15,000 to $20,000, okay? $15,000 to $20,000, that's what you eat, where you sleep, and the classes that you take. That's what you eat, where you sleep, and the classes that you take. Between $15,000 to $20,000 for a full year. As you all can see, not only do we not have an application fee, but we do not have an out-of-state tuition fee. So that's a wonderful portion when you talk about figuring out the cost of attendance, when you start to figure out the cost of what it is that I'm going to be doing in the future, right? If I'm preparing to go to a professional school once I graduate from the university, or am I going to a master's degree program shortly after, or am I going right into the workforce? What is it that is affordable, that is accredited, that will give me a good step in the right direction so that I can make it to where it is that I want to be? So yes, as you all can see, room and board rate is roughly about $10,788 for a full year, right? As well as that tuition rate, it always stays the same. So that tuition rate, $7,290 for a full year, right? So the reason why we have fluctuating costs, right, between, well, I'll always state between 15 to 20,000, right, is because we have 3 different dormitories for young ladies to live in, and then 2 different dormitories for young men to live in. All right. As you all can see, we have our Medgar Wiley Evers Heritage Village, named after the famous civil rights activist from Jackson, Mississippi. Okay, Medgar Wiley Evers. All right. So the inside the Medgar Wiley Evers Heritage Village, you have building A and B. All right. These are going to be our suite style dormitories, and those are for our young men. C and D are for our young ladies. Okay. And inside the suite style dormitories, you have 4 persons to a suite, 4 young men to a suite, or inside the female dormitories, you have 4 young ladies to a suite, or you have our single occupant suites where students are able to stay 2 in a suite, but then you all will share a bathroom, as well as a kitchenette, right? But inside that 4-person suite, students will have a living room as well as a bathroom. The 4 will share, all right? So as well as that kitchenette that we referred to. You also have our females honors dormitory, which is where young ladies will live with one other young lady, and then they will be separated by a bathroom from a group of from another set of young ladies, okay? So this is for our young ladies that come in with a 3.0 or higher GPA, all right? So let's think about that. I know the last presenter, he did a great job of reinforcing, making sure you're getting that 3.0, making sure you're running and getting that 3.0. Okay, so moving forward, we do have our historical male and female dormitories, one of which is named after our first ever president, Herman Revels. So Herman Revels actually was a state senator in the state of Mississippi. During a special election, he was seated in 1870. A year later, he became the president here at Alcorn, at that time, A&M College, okay? So we have Revels and Lott Hall for our young men, and then we have Burris and Robinson for our young ladies, all right? Traditional style dormitories, you'll stay in a room with one other person, okay? You'll walk to the end of the hallway to go to hygiene, right? So moving forward, we have over 60 plus registered organizations and clubs here on campus each and every year. At one time, we had as many as 90 to 100 organizations and clubs on campus. So with that said, you have your academic organizations, you have your national service-based fraternities and sororities, as well as your National Panhellenic Council Greek organizations. And then finally, a cool thing I like to call student-led organizations. Students are able to come to the university's campus and start their own organizations while they are here. Yes, you heard me correctly. You are able to start your own organization while you're here. As long as you have an advisor present, you may have events on campus as well. So moving forward, we are Division I as it relates to athletics. Division I AA to be exact. We play in what is known as the Southwestern Athletic Conference. So some of the people that were on today's presentation guide, they were actually some of the people that we play against within our conference. So Alcorn State University, once again, is in the Eastern Conference at this time. At the beginning of fall 2021, we will actually be moving to the Western Conference, okay? We've added 2 new members to our SWAC family, and we are thankful for that and for those opportunities that will come that we will enjoy out of that. So as you all can see, those persons who plan on being student athletes, you see what we have to offer as it relates to our young men, as well as for our young ladies that play sports, okay? As it relates to competitive and organized sports here at the university, okay? So moving forward, you ask, where does Alcorn stand? Where does Alcorn stand? What are your rankings, Mr. Scott? So as you all can see, I'll just name 3 that I always like to put before you. We are in the top 5 percentile as it relates to biological and biomedical sciences. We're in the top 25 as it relates to Black colleges, number 23. And then finally, we're number 1 on the top 25 as it relates to HBCUs in nursing schools for 2020, NursingSchoolHubs.com. So with that said, some of our scholarships are presented before you all now. These scholarships will include our academic scholarships through the university, our academic scholarships through our departments, as well as our Army All TC scholarships. Yes, we have tuition slashing for those students who are currently serving in the Army National Guard as well. as our athletic scholarships for each of our sports. We do have our choir scholarships, and then the Sounds of Dynamite, the SOD, the greatest band in the land. Yes, they not only have scholarships, but they have a place for you. So with that said, be brave, go further. Alcorn State University has nationwide recognition for excellence in liberal arts, agricultural research, technology, music, and nursing. So on behalf of our director, Ms. Katangela Tenner, we would like to say thank you all so much again for the opportunity. And as she states, we want you here at the academic resort. And I always state Alcorn meets you where you are and takes you to the places that you want to go. Not only do you see my information, you see our director's information, along with our office information. We're always a call, a text, an email away. A call, a text, an email away. And yes, we're here to save the day. So with that said, for those students who are on their desktops at this time, you may apply now by scanning our barcode using the camera on your cell phone. Apply now. It doesn't hurt you to apply. For those students who want to receive more information about the university, I will allow you all now to scan our barcode, okay, to be on our email listing. We'll send you more information about Alcorn State University. So at this time, I want to switch over. I want to stop sharing for a brief moment. I want to switch over my screen, and I want to show you all a drone tour of our wonderful campus here in Lorman, Mississippi. All right, and let's press. So yes, with that being said, and with our presentation done and our drone tour completed, I would like to say thank you all so much again for the opportunity. On behalf of our president, Dr. Felicia M. Nave, our 20th president, and our first female president, we would like to say thank you all, one and all, for this opportunity again. And on behalf of our VP of Enrollment Management and Student Affairs, Dr. Tracy Cook, we would like to say thank you.
Thank you so much. We do have a few questions if you still have time. One of the questions, do you offer scholarships for people who obtain college credit in high school?
So yes, great question. We don't necessarily offer students any scholarships as it relates to having received college credits, but that is a great way to have a better foot forward as it relates to our application process for our scholarships, okay? So with that said, when we look at the resume or we look at what all you have to offer placed before us when we're choosing our scholars for those students who will receive scholarships, you will most likely make your way up to the top simply because you do have some of the different components we're looking for as it relates to that tenacity for the work, for the classroom and everything like that. So yeah.
Okay, another question, what is security like on your campus?
Yes, so great question, wonderful question. So there's 2 ways in and there's 2 ways out, only 1 way after 10. And it's funny how that rhymes, but but yes, so here at the campus, we're in a more rural environment, and we're situated in what is known as Lomory, Mississippi. So that's part of Claiborne County, or Jefferson County, depending on which portion of the campus you look at. But with that said, we do have our own police department as well as our own fire department and our own, emergency rescue, so paramedics as well, or EMTs. So yeah, here on campus. If you all want to go online under campus safety, you can actually get a chance to see all of our statistics as relates to anything that has happened at the university's campus within the last few years. It's public knowledge. So we, we're supposed to have it placed before you all. So it's actually on our website for those students who have any questions about the safety. So no, we don't have issues with those people that are from the outside of the campus or any of those issues. So like I said, we're pretty much a family-oriented campus situated in a rural area. So students are able to enjoy being outside in the parking lot in the evenings or be at whichever event that's going on. Even if it's at night, we have lights everywhere throughout campus for security reasons, as well as we do have, many places on campus where you have signage as well as reflectors. So students feel very confident, but also very careful and very safe here on campus. So great question. Thank you so much.
And I believe this is going to be our last question. It was one from the chat from Ms. Odula. How are you keeping young women and men safe during COVID-19?
Yes, so great question. When we came back after our president, Dr. Felicia M. Nave, and her COVID committee, they came together, they created a plan. And at this time, we are back at full capacity, or where we were. Well, all of our students have left as of yesterday for fall break. But, but what we did was not only did we move students in 25% each weekend, so we wouldn't have an influx of students and influx of people and persons being able to be close to each other. We do have not only expanded our CAF dining facilities, so we have another place for students to eat, as well as faculty and staff that will also be serving like our main meals of the day, so that students will not have to be in such I guess you could say in an environment where they feel like they would be exposed, right? So we do have those options, but also we receive fanny packs once the school year started, and it was tagged with our tagline for this fall, which was A Brave Start. It housed 3 masks, 2 of which were, Alcorn stylish, as well as gloves, hand sanitizer, along with a temp gun. So we have done all that we can do, and I believe we have done the best in regards to making sure that our students are safe. We do have dormitories where we take students who are quarantining, as well as those who may have found themselves and they have contracted COVID-19. So yes, we had a spike at one particular time within the semester, but you can actually see that within our statistical data. So I'm not telling you anything that you all don't already know by public knowledge, right? So you will be able to get a chance to see how well of a job we did at maintaining social distance, as well as maintaining our student population from issues and struggles of being exposed to COVID. So, students were able to take some of their classes online. Students did not come back to the campus until after Labor Day this year. So they came back after Labor Day, and now they're leaving before Thanksgiving and will not return. So we've done an excellent job at just making sure that we're staying on top of these COVID-related incidents and so forth. So thank you so much again for that question. It's a wonderful question, especially in the time that we are finding ourselves situated in.
So thank you, Mr. Scott. Thank you so much for all of the information that you presented on behalf of Alcorn State University. We have truly enjoyed your presentation, and we look forward to having many of our students acquire more information and possibly attend Alcorn State. So again, we want to thank you for your time. We truly appreciate you. Next, we will move on our agenda. We will move on to Spelman College. Spelman College is a private, historically Black women's liberal arts college in Atlanta, Georgia. United States founded in 1881 as the Atlanta Baptist Female Seminary, Spelman received its collegiate charter in 1924, making it America's oldest private, historically Black liberal arts college for women. So without further ado, we will have the representative from Spelman College present to us.
Well, good afternoon. I'm Anita Taylor, and I'm hoping you can hear me as well as see me.
Yes, we can.
I'm going to try to share my screen. This is a totally new thing for me, so just give me a second. And that is really nice picture of College Walk. You may remember having seen that on the Cosby Show at one point. Yes, we have a wonderful history. I'm going to try to get to the actual presentation now. And again, that's who I am, Anita Taylor, an old person from the class of '83. Going to try to page down here. Getting a little bit of a delay. Please feel free to go to the website at www.spelman.edu, where the updates will occur, and you can look at what is going on with COVID-19 and all the other relative updates. Right now, the school is in virtual mode. And that is, of course, in an abundance of caution for the students and faculty. Our president, Dr. Mary Schmidt Campbell, and made that decision along with the administration of the other Atlanta University Center schools, which include, of course, Clark Atlanta University and Morehouse College, Morris Brown, and the Interdenominational Theological Center, ITC. So if you can see the screen, there are a lot of little pieces of information on the transfer fact sheet. They will also be on the website, but the 11-to-1 teacher ratio is the thing that may be the most impactful. There's a great deal of support that happens for the students that's provided by the faculty. The costs are broken down, room and board and tuition and fees are there, and some other stats that and rankings, of course, that you will want to look at there. And I wish I could make this larger, but there is here some information about student life, residence life, etc. And if anyone has an interest, what I can do is just send this packet to you. And of course, the registrar will have it as well.
Ms. Taylor, we're
Yes.
unable to see exactly what you're presenting. If you don't mind, could you stop share and then try to share it again? We're unable to follow your screen.
Oh, I did not realize. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, I'm going to stop and try again. And this is a 16-page document. That may be the problem. Going to try it one more time. Are you able to see now? I'm so sorry.
Yes, ma'am, we're able to see it now. Thank you.
Okay, I don't know what went wrong. Maybe a little glitch, but I'll just hover over this picture of the campus, which is, of course, in beautiful Southwest Atlanta. And just please let me know if you have difficulty seeing what's on my screen. There's a list of the most popular majors on the right. There's a list of special programs on the right. Of interest to many of you may be the fact that there are early acceptance agreements for pre-professional partnerships, pre-med and pre-law. And there is a 3-year plus 3-year BA/JD program that Spelman does
Okay, guys, I think Miss Taylor is having some technical difficulties. So we apologize for that. I think she cut out of the Zoom. I think we had a connection issue. But again, we will put contact information into the live stream comments. Just in case you have any questions, you'll know who you can reach out to in the future to ask those questions to. So moving forward with our program, we are going to do the last 3 of our giveaways. So I'm going to share my screen of that wheel again, and we are going to give out those last 3. Okay. So our first giveaway will be for a $50 Walmart gift card. Okay, so Sierra Hillard, congratulations. You are the winner of that gift card. Our next giveaway will be for a $50 Amazon gift card. Okay, so Emmanuel, you are the winner of a $50 Amazon gift card. So congratulations to you. And for our last giveaway, we will be giving out a $50 Visa gift card. So Kaylee Keeney, you will be receiving a $50 Visa gift card. So congratulations to you. So I'm going to close this out and stop sharing my screen, and Carlicia Roberts will close us out.
Thank you so much, Ms. Turner. And so as we wrap up, we do want to thank everyone for your time this afternoon, as well as all of the colleges and universities that provided information and shared with you all this afternoon. We do want to make mention that we know that our flyer did promote Prairie View A&M University, and we were scheduled to have a presentation from Prairie View A&M University. However, we had some issues with getting the representative live with us. Therefore, we were unable to indulge in a presentation from that university. However, you are more than welcome to visit their website at www.pvamu.edu if you are interested in more information. So again, I want to take this time to give a special shout out to the Target 1 HBCU for Life Committee. Many of the women that you see, that you have seen on this screen, as well as women who are not pictured on this screen, have truly put in a lot of work to ensure that this program was a success and to ensure that we are able to get this information to you even through a global pandemic. I also want to give a special shout out to Ms. Turner, whose name you've heard quite a bit because she has spearheaded this effort and she has done an amazing job with that. And so with that being said, we thank you for your time this afternoon. We ask that you continue your searches and look forward for more information from Epsilon Theta Omega regarding college admission. Thank you and have a great day.